How challenging does the current tariff environment make things?
It's just uncertainty, rising tide raises all boats and the lowering tide does the same. And so we're in an industry with what we pay for a sneaker is going to be the exact same duty that somebody else trying to compete with us in this country. So that'll be a fair playing field. We just want to know what the rules are. And so that's something of given, let's give ourselves the time for that information to come out, but we don't know what it'll be.
How do you view tariffs?
I mean, we just want to know where it is. I mean, I want to make sure that we can lock in what the appropriate, just what pricing will be. That's the one thing for our shareholders is that, we had a great plan coming out of last year and planning into the year. And so tariffs is going to put a little bit of a wrinkle into that. And so let's find out what that means. But as of today, nobody knows anything.
This was from a number of years ago. You said, we have 250,000 people making Under Armour something at any given moment. In the next 3 years, we'll add another 200,000 plus. And 0 of them are pegged to come back to the US because we're all chasing cheap labor all over Malaysia and the far corners of the earth. It's a crime. We couldn't find a way to get 1,000 jobs back here or 5,000 jobs or 10,000 jobs. When you look at what's happening in Ferguson, what's happening in Baltimore, it's jobs. We need jobs. And we're shedding all our jobs to other places. The ability for us to bring that back, that's the big idea.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Well, that was from a speech opening our Project Glory, which is when we'd spent, as I said, the first 6 years of the company manufacturing exclusively in the United States. And I mentioned the garment district that today we're 50% of our production in the US is like, again, today less than 1. It doesn't exist. We've been working at this for a long time. It doesn't take the administration or anyone else to say, wouldn't it be great if we had manufacturing here?
What's the practical solution, you think, to all this?
The way our business works, if we're going to sell let's call it a shoe for $100. It means that the shoe costs $100 at retail. It means we sell it to a wholesaler at $50. We make the shoe for effectively half of that price, $25. So basically new tariffs add any amount of money. So if that tariff, if the dollar amount goes from 25 to costing us 35, it's now a $35 cost shoe. That means we sell it to our wholesale partner at 70, and they're reselling that product for $140. That delta between the two of them, that's what the consumer will be paying. We've tried running this play in the United States. Not to say it's impossible, but we couldn't make it work.
Because the consumer doesn't want to pay more.
Well, the consumer's not going to pay more. Made in the USA, we haven't seen it have the net effect, but that's not an absolute statement either. There's places for it and there's pockets for it. There's places that we absolutely can. And so this will be in partnership with our state, local, and federal officials of finding out like what's the best way, because look, everybody wants jobs here, but these are tough jobs. That it's a generational and a cultural thing in order to get back in it, and you really have to commit, like towns have to commit to, we're going to be a manufacturing town.